Hello. Good evening. If you can hear me, just acknowledge by typing in the comment section so I can know you can hear me. My name is Tony and welcome to Basic Knowledge. This session is for us to look through and answer some basic questions that a lot of people have as challenges. We're going to be going through some questions from the audience. We're going to be going through some questions from you. So if you have any question, I would suggest you put a question in the comment section so that I can see how to provide answers to those questions. Gata Emmanuel, yeah, thanks for joining in. If you're in the comment section, please just type in your location, type in so that I can know that you can hear me. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? Thank you for joining. If you are there, you can share this video and let every other person come in. Just click, look below the video, you will see the share button. You can share the video so that other pioneers that have questions or that need answers could also actually join us, and let's start. Yeah, I think this is Atanas. Atanas, that's why we're here. We're going to answer all these questions. Just hold on a little bit. Want more people to join us so that we can start effectively and answer all these questions. I will try my best to go through the questions that you have. I'll try my best to see how I can provide solutions to this. One of the key areas that pioneers have been having issues is with the KYC. The second area pioneers have been having issues is with the passphrase. Most people have lost their passphrase. They can't even log in. A lot of people can't even log in into their main app, so they're wondering if they can either delete the app or what they can do to it. So all that we'll be treating in this session, and we'll be having subsequent sessions to actually communicate with pioneers and go through this. Sabata Dirisu, I can see your question. I'm just pleading with everyone to calm down. I'll be taking the questions one after the other. All right. I don't want to rush things, but you can keep sending in your questions. I will take the questions one after the other, and then we can proceed. So I will start in the next 1 minute, just 1 minute. All right, thanks for joining in. I think we are ready to start. I would like to say a big thank you to everybody who is here, everybody who has made an effort to join in this session. We'll be having subsequent sessions like this to tackle some issues and challenges that everybody is having. I keep getting questions, I keep getting comments and calls from different pioneers asking what is going on. Everybody wants to know when the mainnet is opening, what next after the mainnet opens. For me, a very key and important question is what happens after the mainnet. So many people are eager to see the mainnet launch. So many people are eager to have the mainnet go on. But then the question remains, what happens after the mainnet is launched? So we're going to look at that as well. So many other people have issues with the KYC. So many other people have issues with their passphrases. So I'll go right in to start answering questions without wasting time. So first of all, I want to thank Gata. I see you, you're here. Also, there's Subsea. Subsea, I see you. Thanks for joining in. And then there's Atanas. The list goes on. I might not be able to thank everybody. I see you as well, Emmanuel. Also, I see you, Sabat. Philip, welcome joining us. Thank you for joining us. I see you as well. I also see you. Bright Kwame, you're welcome as well. I see you. Now, I'll start with the first question here, which is the first question is coming from Atanas. Atanas says, is there any news about the open mainnet? This question is a very interesting question because it's very important to all pioneers to know where we are actually headed. Some of us have been mining for the past 2.5 years, 3 years down the line, and yet the mainnet is about to launch, or the mainnet is yet to launch. So we don't even know exactly what we are doing. So many people are confused. A lot of people have pulled out of the game. So many others have stayed behind to find out if this is actually profitable. So, Atanas, to answer your question, is there any news about the open mainnet? This is what I'm going to tell you. No, there is no news yet. But yes, there is news. The reason why I say yes, there is news is the core team went ahead to ask that we do a little bit of Pi Fest, which was done around the 6th of December, 2023. It started 6th of December, and the entire world was asked to start transacting with Pi. The reason why they did that was initially every other person was transacting. So many people were transacting, but there was no real evidence to show that this is actually real. All right, that's one of the reasons. No real evidence to show that this is actually real. If you go on the internet, if you go on Twitter and Instagram and all that, you see images and videos of people who have done transactions, who have bought things and paid with the Pi network. But the Pi core team needed to establish a connection. They needed to establish that people actually did some sort of transactions. Number two reason why the Pi Fest was actually done is so that when they see these transactions done, they could determine the sort of value that everybody was engaged with. All right. There's a value going on, there are values going on in the internet, which is $314 for one Pi, and another value is $314,519 for one Pi. I was the one that actually did a calculation and did some analysis to arrive to $314. I was the one that arrived at that, and I started promoting the hashtag 314Pi around the world. I did that around Twitter, and also I did the promotion of that hashtag on YouTube. And now everybody seemed to fall with that price until we got another price that states $314,519. For me, the value is so high because I've not seen any cryptocurrency that just launches to that magnitude of getting into having their value to be 314,000. All right. But I think that $314 would be a very, very okay price for the Pi network to stand on. I have a video I did on that. It's on my channel. If you want to go through it, you can actually search through my channel and find that video and see how I did the analysis for that. One of the reasons why I arrived at $314 is I'm not saying at the day or at the moment when Pi launches is going to skyrocket to 314 immediately. I did analysis to find out that we might actually launch at a value of which I don't know, but at a value. And I can assure you that within 24 hours or 48 hours to 72 hours of launch, we can actually, Pi Network will actually move from that position to another position. All right. Some of the factors that will cause that is a lot of people will try to dump their Pi. A lot of people will try to dump their Pi coin. A lot of people will try to sell their coin to get immediate value. So when that happens, there will be a lot in the market and the price will go up. Sometime last year, when some exchanges started listing Pi on their network, having people to come trade Pi as IOU. One of those exchanges is called xt.com. Huobi also listed it. When they listed Pi, Pi was listed at $0.02. And in less than 24 hours, it moved from $0.02 to a staggering figure of $28. 3 days later, after it was listed, it moved from that value to $48. And from $48, we saw it rise up to $300. Now, from $300, we also noticed that the price rised up to an all-time high of $600 for one Pi. Please don't get too excited a little bit. Now, after it got to that all-time high, it started crashing down. A lot of factors as well is responsible for its crash, because the core team actually announced that they have not officially listed it to any platform. So definitely the price will crash down. But this is not simple mathematics. Let's just do this simple mathematics. All right, everybody just listen. Let's do this simple mathematics. There are some people who have invested their money buying the Pi coin in anticipation that when it is released, they will be having their Pi put in their wallet. That is what is called IOU. You're actually trading a Pi coin or a cryptocurrency that has not been launched, which means that is absence of liquidity in the exchange. You do not have that same currency in that exchange, but you have paid money to have that coin. All right. Now, if you have paid as much as $300 for that coin, and at the point when the coin is now listed on that same exchange, would you be willing to have the coin sold at $2? For me, the answer is no, because you actually bought it for $300. So once again, this is another factor that is going to raise the price from whatever it is launched to the value at which those guys that have been selling it at those exchanges. I hope you understand what I mean. They cannot be at loss. Those that have traded it at $200, $150, $300 cannot be at loss to not trade at less than $1 or $2. That is why I believe that the price is going to go really, really high. So I'm going to take the next question. Yeah, I'm going to take the next question. Emmanuel says, hi, I'm in Zambia and I can hear you. Okay, Emmanuel, thanks a lot for joining us. I really appreciate everybody coming in. Since we're here, we're all pioneers. This is a community. I have a Telegram channel that you guys can join in, and so that we can have this discussion continue. I have also a group that I created on Fireside that you can actually also join, and let's see how we can get this continued. All right. Now, also, if you're interested, you can join or follow me on Twitter and also on TikTok, so you can get more updates when I release any update for you. One more thing you can do, please, you can actually smash the like button, that is the thumb button there, and also share the video so that more pioneers can join us. And as they join us, we'll be having more community build. All right. One of the things that have kept Pi Network going is the community. There are a lot of cryptocurrency out there, but they lack community. All right. In the beginning, when Bitcoin was developed, Bitcoin came to replace the usual money that we're all aware of. But because Bitcoin lacked acceptance and community in the beginning, it became a flop before it was even launched. So they went ahead, started giving out Bitcoin, asking people to play games and win Bitcoin, asking people to do some little tasks to win Bitcoin. But then nobody was interested in doing that. So it took a long time before Bitcoin started gaining acceptance, before Bitcoin started having the community it desired. and immediately had the community and the acceptance it desired, it became worldwide known. But then it has lost its value. When I mean it has lost its value is rather for it to become well known with a price, it became a value container, which means if you need to store value, if you need to have, you need to say, look, I have this amount of money and all that, you store it in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin became a value container. Now here comes Pi. Pi has the same concept. Pi has the same concept, but it narrowed it down to say, look, the ordinary person on the streets, the ordinary person holding a mobile phone can actually have access to this cryptocurrency. So the first thing they did, which I think is a great idea, is the core team decided to build a community first and then build the acceptance before they get into the market. So if you agree with me, it's a fantastic idea to actually build a community first. It's a fantastic idea to actually build the acceptance first, so it doesn't flop before it actually starts. All right, so that's where we are. That's just a little bit of a view of what's going on. All right, the next person I have here says, let me see. This is a question coming from Sabat Dirsu. He said, how can I get my KYC done? Now, if you agree with me, this is one of the biggest challenges everybody is having. This is one of the biggest challenges facing. Having your KYC done is one of the easiest things to do now. Formerly, in the past, it was a task to do or to go through your KYC. First of all, I did a lot of videos explaining how you can do your KYC, how you can expect invitation to carry out your KYC and submit it, how you can expect those invitations to come in and when to expect them. So I'll go through it again. Invitation to KYC can only come to your mobile phone after a complete cycle of your mining, which means when you start mining, do not expect to see an invitation for KYC. You're going to see an invitation for KYC immediately your mining session ends. So which means the moment you want to engage in the next mining session, before you click that button, look at the screen properly to see if there's a notification asking you to accept for KYC. Once you see a notification to accept for KYC, the moment you see that, you accept that notification. One of the challenges a lot of pioneers have been having is they do not know exactly when to accept. They do not know exactly when to accept this request. So because most of them probably will be on the road, most of them will be at their workplaces, or they are in a place that is not convenient enough for them to carry out the KYC. The truth is